Let's do the time warp again. This time, we're going to reload the Independence conversation with Ted Coleman, where he and we break down the beauty of crowd-funded comics, and we go over the foundation, the building blocks, the starting place of Everlasting Survivors, Volume 1, all day long. And we'll do it better this time. We got the graphics, got the open, got the close, all the good stuff that you've come to know and love here. And let's be real, a lot more subscribers now than there were when this video originally went out. And so enjoy the reload of Independent Comic Conversations with Ted Coleman from the Cracked Skull Podcast. This week, and yes, it's more than just me, we'll be talking about crowdfunded comics or independent comics. Just the idea of DIY, do it yourself. My guest this week is Ted Coleman.
Yo.
Hey, Ted. Me and Ted, we've known each other for what, year and a half?
Year and a half.
Yeah. We've shared a bond over comics and especially indies. I picked him up books. He's picked me up books. Here's a set that he got me. The List. Christmas is coming. So it's appropriate. I don't know. I personally just feel like independent creators. You can tell when you're reading it that they care.
Oh, I mean, by far. I mean, you get into especially looking at it, you may not get a whole lot of it right out of the gate. You see, oh yeah, the artwork is fantastic. And you just kind of go, well, let me keep going with this. And
Absolutely.
You find one that you fall in love with,
What about that one?
Pick
it up.
Case in point, Berserker. Okay?
Keanu.
Now, not really an independent.
Sort of, but not really. Yeah, he could have done it on his own.
Very much could have. But Boom Studios, we're not going to really consider that an independent.
Absolutely.
But it
was a crowd-funded book.
Right.
Is why I had it here in the pile.
I mean, I would consider it independent, on the fact of Keanu's never done a comic book before.
Absolutely.
So we do have kind of that going on with that.
Yes.
And it just really, and especially crowdfunding.
Yes.
You never get the full book right out of the gate. You only see previews.
Well, yeah. I mean, it takes a lot to invest. I know that personally. I'm still quite invested in Everlasting Survivors. Limited quantities available now on Etsy.com. Continue.
But I mean, Boom Studios, did they need to crowdfund?
No, I think they were just jumping onto a hot commodity, that being crowdfunding.
Right. Or the fact that, what we've said before, a lot of things are going more internet-based.
For sure.
It's easier to reach a market via the internet.
Well, and Keanu's going to take it viral.
Oh, by all means, he's going to take it viral. I mean, you can't have a big name like that and not have it viral.
But I mean, even to stepping away from Keanu himself, like you found this book for me, Ballyskillin', an indie book with a twist on it. It had augmented reality app capabilities. So, these people, everybody here, all these people, grab that one there while I grab some others.
All right. Yeah, I mean, Mansionetics, another one that I found.
Yeah.
The
Beautiful art.
The art style is what immediately was the draw.
Well, it's short and to the point. This was only 17 pages. It was cost efficient, but the moment there's another one, I'm gonna jump right on it because it's good stuff.
These here. So this Red Rooster, got a bunch of these. Bass Reeves and Norris Saga. They all started on crowdfunding, but now they're in Walmart. Like, that's how big crowdfunding can go. It can start as a, hey, you and me, we want this, and then Walmart, I mean, one of the biggest, I don't know, thing out there is like, oh, let me get some of that.
I mean, and that's exactly it, you know. And you've even got to the point of, now I wouldn't necessarily say indie to a degree, but Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah. Independent, definitely.
I mean, by far independent, you know, but it's... I didn't even find out about it realistically until I found it on their website.
Right.
You know.
Well, and that's the beauty. You don't need... Independent creators don't need Marvel or DC, not even Image anymore. If you have the idea, you have the drive, you can make your dreams happen.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just exciting. Like, all of these books, they're all from the same publisher. Again, they're short, they're to the point, they're great, they're beautiful. I even ones here. Anybody into Anarchy? Because we got Anarchy comics. Like, my goodness, it's just, you know, not to be egotistical, but that's what we're here for. The channel's named after me. We're here to promote a book. We're talking to Ted because Ted, not only is he a friend, not only is he into comics, but he's the first backer, the first person to back Everlasting Survivors. The first time it was on Indiegogo. We got to talk about all kinds of exciting books.
Oh, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love them. I love those books. But when I talk about love, I want people to love this book.
Yours.
Yeah.
By far. I mean, you don't get... It doesn't get better, man. I mean...
So it's 68 pages. So it's not a floppy. It looks good on a shelf. Got that nice spine right there.
Good spine.
But so you were with me before it ever existed. You you knew my second artist.
Yep.
I mean, you were there for lots of the struggles. I'm honestly, we're still struggling right now to find the fan base. That's the reason we're here. But again, I want to say thanks. You were the first person to back me.
I mean,
you were like my personal evangelist when it came to social media.
No, trust me, I got you.
And so yeah, tell the people how you feel.
I mean, from jump. I mean, you came to me and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing a book," and I went, "Okay, all right." And you gave me a little bit of teasers, and I went, "Can I see more?"
Absolutely.
And you said, "Well, it's not ready yet." And I said, "Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can play the not ready game. It's fine. You don't want to give me everything. Fine, whatever." But no, you know, when you finally said, "I've got it," you brought in the proof, and I went,
"Man, dude, it's been like a year since I got the final finished page, something like that."
Yeah.
And I can still remember the day that I showed my mom, because she always believed that it was gonna happen, and it was so good. Because there were multiple times I would be like, oh, I guess this is just like wrestling or any other dream I've had, where I try and I get that close, and she was always the person who's like, oh, you did it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, sort of, but no, it's.
Well, I had to slap you upside the back of the head a few times too. But,
Well,
you know.
I mean, it's. You're right.
Quit.
I mean,
Stop giving up.
Right. Well, it's just that idea of the constant struggle of like, will it work? I don't know. Because, go ahead. I'll be right. Give me just 1 second. when you've got a friend, and I will say friend, you know, he's not just my first artist, Jeff Hicks. He's legitimately a friend. We met at a comic convention in 2014, but quickly thereafter, like, we became friends. And like, when you have a friend who finds such success that it feels achievable, that's really one of the things that drove me to keep trying. And you too, you know.
Oh yeah.
When you have friends, or in this case, backers, friends, backers, everything like that believe in a product that it helps so much, and I appreciate it.
I mean, I'm glad I could be there, from the jump on this and help you get going. Not as long as keep you going.
Exactly. So many people have been brought to the product because of you on social media, and I appreciate that.
I was not afraid to be a social media whore.
Yes. Yes.
But it got the necessary areas that it needed to get to.
Yeah.
We hit where we wanted to. We got it out there. Now we should have gotten it a little bit longer.
Well, so it was my first time. It was my first time, and I made mistakes. I should have been promoting before it launched. I wish I had started this channel a year ago, but not only should I started the channel a year ago and promoted beforehand, but here's another big thing. I launched the night prior to launch because I was scared that I was going to do something wrong, and then I changed it to 30 days the next day. That way that I'd have a full month. But you can only change Indiegogo one time, so it's like, next time though, won't make these same mistakes. We're promoting it in advance. It's coming. Everlasting Survivors, all day long. We'll be back on Indiegogo right after Jeff Hicks Woke Busters closes. So, again, I thank you, and yes, audience, we will, everything will be better the second time around. We're going to have hats and t-shirts and posters and trading cards, everything. It's going to be awesome. But most importantly, 68 pages. Volume 1 of the story. Don't worry, as soon as this takes off, we got 2 more already in cooking. It's just so invaluable to have support. It's why I wanted Ted here. It's why I wanted to do, my goodness, it's just indie books. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, realistically.
And when you pick it up, you read it, you can reach out to the people. They're real. Everything's tangible. And on that subject, go to Etsy.com. Get one of the limited edition first printings still available. It's been great having you here. I know, right? Thanks, brother. You're the first one to buy. Anyway, limited quantity still available. Etsy.com. I'm so glad you tuned in. Come back next week, Mr. Super Oz. I've been Oz. This is Ted.
Peace.